Hey,
How you doing?
how you doing today?
Doing good.
So I was just telling them how I came to learn about you. I had already heard about this young guy that builds some badass motors, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna run across him. I'm gonna see what's going on. I'm gonna see if he is willing to come on the show because you guys always be talking about y'all shy. Y'all don't be wanting to show your faces, but y'all will get on there when it's time to do race talk, and y'all will show y'all faces. So those two things don't go together. But first, I want to tell you thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit down and answer the fans' questions and talk to us. We really appreciate it. So what I'll do is I'll first ask you one of, are you still traveling?
Nah, I'm home. I'm good.
Okay. So hopefully we'll get to see your face during the interview today. Hopefully, prayerfully.
Yeah.
So first I'll ask you one of my questions and then I'll get right into the fans' questions. Cool?
Okay.
All right. So tell us how you started being into cars.
Whew. It all started when I was probably like 12, 13. I used to mess with go-peds. And it just transitioned from go-peds to dirt bikes, from dirt bikes to cars. It just kept transitioning from that.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to be all into Hondas. I used to have a Honda back in the day, turbo, making all loud noises and stuff, high school. And I got into a 1982 Camaro Berlinetta, and that's what changed the thing. I didn't want to go back to the Hondas after that. It was over with.
Okay. And so what year was that you got your 82?
That would have to been before I went to Toyota T10. So that was probably like a little bit after high school, 2010. Yeah.
Okay, so in 2010 you got that car. At that time, were you working on cars?
Yeah. I was working on cars. I redid the whole car, and I was actually leaving the muffler shop, and something happened, and it caught fire, and it was over with for that car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So after that, I wound up getting a Chevy S10, so I took the motor and everything out of that and put in the S10, and that's when I started racing in the street. I mean, I was getting beat in the beginning until I really figured it out, but after I figured it out, it was on from there. So then it just...
So after you got the S10, at what point did you actually start working on cars, not just for yourself, for other people as well?
That's been going on probably a little bit after high school when I went into the Toyota program. Because at first I used to be scared to work on other people's cars because I didn't want to mess nobody's car up. So I was like, I'll tear my car up, but I didn't want to tear nobody else's car up. But then I went to Toyota T10, did a 2-year program and got Toyota certified and went to the dealer, and it started from there. Then I was at the dealer, then I was in the backyard working on cars, and it was just all over from there.
So how long did you work for Toyota?
Like 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
So what was the final straw? What made you leave Toyota?
How they kept bucking the customers. Like some of the service writers would tell me to, make this leak and this and that. I'm short on money. I need to make a quota, and I wasn't having it. So I just packed up and just left. And then my dad was telling me to just follow my own craft. So I stuck with that and just tried to do the best that I could do. It been rough, ups and downs, but I still stayed true to what I believed in and just kept it going.
So you just quit your job? You just was like, I'm done. I quit.
Yeah, I just quit. It's over with. I'm out of here.
Not even knowing what you were going to do?
Not even knowing what I was going to do. But when you got a trade, when you got a skill, it's going to come. You ain't going to be broke for too long. It's going to come. Something going to happen.
So what year was that you left Toyota?
I left Toyota. When did I leave Toyota? Let me see. I started with them in like 2000. I got to backtrack. Hold on. I graduated 2009. Went to the program. I was with Toyota for 8 years. Let me rephrase that, 8 years. I started working with them like 2018.
So in 2018, that's when you got your shop?
I always had a warehouse. I started out small and just transitioned into bigger warehouses as the work picked up. So I started out in the backyard. Then it went from the backyard to a little storage unit. Then it went from a storage unit to a bigger storage unit. Then it went from a bigger storage unit to a bigger storage unit. Then it went from that to a 900 square foot shop. Then it went from that to a 1,500 square foot. So now I'm in the process of getting a bigger one now to expand what I do.
So sounds like you've been graduating on a yearly basis to bigger shop.
Yeah, 6 to 8 months, not even a year. It just keep going, keep getting good for me. So I can't complain about it. Just got to take it for what it is and keep it moving.
So what's the one thing you wish you had known before you opened your first shop?
Save money.
Just save money?
Yeah, because instead of renting, I would have bought a building.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wouldn't have had to worry about if the landlord get mad one day or somebody say they don't want you working on cars over here, they can kick you out and I ain't got to worry about none of that when you got your own building.
Right.
So that's kind of the next step with what I'm trying to work on is getting a building, buying a building.
Someone wants to know, what motor did you have in the S10 that you sold?
355.
Were you kicking butt in that S10?
Not in the beginning, because I had to figure it out. Like at first, I was getting whooped left and right. But I was new to the street racing, but once I figured it out, I started winning with it. Then somebody bought the motor up out of it, so I couldn't. That's when I went to something else too. So they bought me up out of it.
Do you prefer street racing or track racing?
I love the street, but it's safer at the track. I grew up racing in the street, so I like to race in the street, but as per se, the right thing to do is to go to the track. I ain't got to worry about running from nobody.
Right. So take us back to when you first started working for Toyota. Mm-hmm. What's the biggest lesson outside of you say you didn't like it because they, because of their business practices? Right. What's the biggest lesson you learned working for somebody else at a shop other than the business practice part?
Biggest lesson?
Mm-hmm.
How can I word it? I mean, it gonna teach you regardless of how to be disciplined in yourself, like how to take certain people and learn how to deal with certain customers, because everybody gonna talk to you any kind of way. People gonna say what they want to say, but as far as in the lesson learned, it gonna teach you how to mold yourself into be a business person. Like I can have customers talk to me crazy and it won't get to me because I done been through it already.
So you've already been through the people talking to you crazy. With what's one of the biggest things that you see? I won't say maybe as a mistake, but one of the biggest downfalls you see that people have with other shops.
They always bad talking to try to get business.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The other day, coincidentally, I was in the shoe store, and I hate when people do that. So, the other day I was in the shoe store, and a barber came and said, "That's a nice haircut, but I can do better." I said, "No, you can't, because I ain't gonna even give you a chance." I cannot stand for people to talk down on other people and their work. Like, what are you gaining by talking down on them?
Nah, sometimes people just do sloppy work, and you gotta say something about it. You gotta tell the customer, look, this wasn't done right, this, that, and the third. But as far as in, if I get a car and it's done right, I say it's done right. You know what I mean? Yeah, they did do this right, or yeah, they did do this right. I would have did it this way. But I don't really like taking cars from other shops because people don't like to do stuff how I do it. And that turns into a headache because a lot of people like to patch stuff up or go the cheap route. I don't like to go the cheap route. I'd rather fix your car and not see you no more versus keep fixing your car and not fixing the actual problem, just beating around the bush. That's taking people money.
Preston, I feel like I'm talking to a green screen because I can't see you. So yeah, we want to see the smile. We want to see, So as far as the racing goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the one thing that you wish you could change about racing?
Stop fastening and stuff. Take my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish people stop begging. If they know they ain't got enough, just leave me alone. Stay out the way.
They be begging you, Preston?
Yeah. Just stay out the way.
Because they feel like your car fast?
I wouldn't say it's fast, but it get to point A to point B if I don't have no issues.
Who's your biggest arch rival?
Me and Big Freak.
I knew you was going to say that. Why?
That's my homie. We cool. We always talk, but we always going to want to run each other. It's always a tit for tat.
But you know what's funny? That y'all are friends and y'all race. It's a lot of people who won't race their buddy. The buddy racing.
Ain't no buddy racing. I may admit, I kind of was like that too, but I ain't like that no more. Ain't no buddy racing. That's over with. That's out the door.
You race anybody?
I'll race anybody. Street, track, whatever. Anybody.
Anything. A car, a go-kart,
on feet, anything.
You know, I heard about you before I actually knew who you were. I was telling them that before you came on here.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about this young guy down in South Florida that builds some badass motors. And I was like, okay, let me figure out who he is. So I knew your first name.
Right.
I didn't know your business page name.
Mm-hmm.
And then guess what? You started coming on the internet talking crap. And I was like, oh, now I know who it is. So what's the thing you love the most about racing?
Winning.
Other than winning, Press.
But nah, just getting out there and doing it for the sport. That's it. Like, no arguing, no fussing. We get there, we lock the money out, and we get it on and go home. Because in the street, you be out there 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Everybody want to be out there that late.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody be procrastinating about, mainly they really be scared, but they be procrastinating. So I ain't got time for that. It's either we going to get it on or not. Because only two things can happen. You're either going to win or lose.
Well, we see that a lot. We, like, as fans, because I'm a fan, I don't race. So as fans, we see the going back and forth, and it's too much for a person like me sometimes. Even at the track, like, why go back and forth?
That's
Lock it out. Right.
It's too much back and forth. And people get real disrespectful too. Very disrespectful.
Have you ever wanted to fight somebody when you were trying to lock out a race?
Let me see, have I? It might have got out of control, but when I sit back and think, it ain't worth it.
Yeah, you seem like a really humble guy, but I'm pretty sure you have a side where, we're not seeing that right now.
Yeah, so I try to be humble. I try to be nice to everybody and be humble with everybody, because I don't like to get disrespected. And I don't like to disrespect. So that's how it is.
What's the one thing you would tell somebody that's looking to open a shop? What would be a major piece of advice you would give them?
Find out, can you work on cars before you go there? That's the main thing. People will tell you, yeah, you can work on cars here, you can work on cars here. Then you get there 6 months later, now you got to move because you can't work on cars there.
So that happened to you?
Yeah. That's what I'm going through right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So when you buy that building, though, you'll be good.
I'll be good. I ain't got nothing to worry about then.
You strike me as a person that actually, like you said, you don't do much talking. You actually just do whatever it is that you say you're going to do. I think that it's great to have some guys like you in the car culture. Because we look and we see so much, and I've been doing this so long. I see so much with these guys. Like you said, they disrespectful.
Very.
They bring in things that we don't even have to talk. This don't even got nothing to do about race. What you talking about, sir? This don't even have nothing at all to do with race. So why are we even discussing this? What size my Cuban link is? Where I live? Who my baby mama is? Like what she look like? Right. None of that has anything to do with it. I just hope that we can kind of get more guys like you. All right, press to read the comments. I just hope that we can get more guys like you in the car culture, because we really need it. Like some of these guys out of control.
Very. I can't even read the comments. They going too fast.
It's okay. I'll enlighten you later. Okay. I'll tell you later. Matter of fact, I'll get some screenshots for you.
Gotcha.
What would you like for your fans or followers or supporters to know about you?
The good or the bad?
All of it. Tell us everything. We want to know.
I mean, the good, I help everybody. If somebody needs some help with something, I help. I ain't got no problem with helping. I ain't them type of people that feel like I'm better than nobody else, or I ain't gonna tell you this, I don't know you. I got plenty of people that be in my DM asking questions, and I reply back, and they be so happy. I be like, okay. Like, I had one dude wrote me about a bill he was doing, so I gave him the whole rundown on everything. And I guess he got it running, and everything turned out good. And he just like, damn, bro, like, I appreciate everything. You know, most people, well, he say most famous people, you write them and they don't even write back. So I'm like, bro, I'm not even famous, but I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Like, but the bad, like I say, I be rushing a lot with certain things that I shouldn't, and yeah, just don't get my timing wrong. That's it.
How did you feel when he called you famous?
It made me feel weird, because I don't look at myself famous. Like, I really don't. But I mean, I don't think I'm famous, but you never know how another person might see you. You know, he all the way in Chicago, so I mean, I didn't know I had followers in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
She's absolutely right, because real is rare these days.
Right.
I'm going to tell you why people feel like you're famous. Well, you know, of course there's the followers, you know, and then it's kind of like watching TV, right? You ever watch TV and you see your favorite celebrity and you've never actually met them, but because you see them on TV, you feel kind of close to them. So that's what makes people feel like you're a celebrity. And then all the icing on top of the cake is you don't act that way. Thinking about when I met you, I was like, when I walked away, I was like, I like him. I told South Florida Outlaws, I was like, I like him. He is very personable. I like him.
Humble. Everybody say I'm too humble. They like, oh, you need to get loud. You need to talk junk. I'm like, for what? That ain't me. For what? I'm like, y'all.
You feel like you're too humble?
Yeah, at times, yeah. But I mean, it's just how I am.
You been that way all your life?
All my life. Humble, shy. I'm just humble.
Shy?
Yeah. Humble. I just always been a humble person. Humble person.
I can go for the humble, but shy?
At times.
I was gonna say I don't get shy from you.
At times.
Okay. Well, I'll go, if that's your story and you sticking to it, I'll go with that. But where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, I really want to do I really want to like get into like real deal racing, like how Trigger Man is with them type of cars. I want to be on that type of level with them in 5 years. They on a whole nother, like Big Low with his car. I want to be on their level in 5 years.
But you build those type of motors already, don't you?
I can, yeah. But they're expensive. But I could.
You already got the cheat code, though. Talking about expensive.
But see, that's the best thing about the whole thing is that I could do my own work. That's to keep people out the game.
You already cut out thousands and thousands of dollars because you could build your own motor. I'm slick kind of jealous because I wish I could build my own motor.
I definitely do cut out a whole lot of money.
Because even if you buy the parts, you probably cut out, depending on how much the motor costs, $10,000 in labor.
Yeah, with all the measuring and miking and doing all this and doing all that and taking it apart, putting it back together, taking it apart, checking this, and save myself a whole lot.
What's your favorite part about building motors?
Everything. And it's crazy because when I do put them together, when I'm done, I get nervous. I don't know why. I be like, damn, I hope it run. I hope it do this, or I hope it don't blow up. But everybody's human. I done had motors I done put together, ran for 5 minutes, lost oil pressure, had to take it back out the car, take it back apart, and it happens. It happens to the best of us. They just ain't gonna tell you that. That's the thing about it, but it happens.
Very rarely do I have a guest where I have done my homework on the person and I haven't heard anybody. I couldn't find somebody to say anything bad about you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, not that I was looking for them to say anything bad, but no one said a bad word about you. That speaks volumes.
What question you talking about, King Dread? Hold on. What question you talking about, King Dread? Ask him my question.
He wanted to know about the long bed S10 that you had with the 60 over motor.
That motor in Georgia. That motor never was sold down here, so I don't know what he mean by that. My nephew bought that motor in from Georgia. So,
So, like I was saying, here's the thing when it comes to not being able to find anybody that had a bad word to say about you. That speaks volumes about your character as a man. And it speaks a lot as far as your parents and your upbringing. That means they did a great job. Because I've had probably over 300 guests. And it's not a lot of men that nobody had a bad word to say about.
I'm pretty sure it probably is. They just ain't on here, but.
Well, I did a little bit of research. I tried to have my background together on you so I could know who I was interviewing. But all the people I literally talked to had nothing bad to say about you.
Guess I'm doing something right now.
Sounds like you are. Seems like you are. And you made a great impression on me, which I thought was dope. She said that's her auntie and uncle's son. What's one thing you wish you could change about your whole career? The whole time you've been building motors, the whole time that you have been working on cars. What's one thing you wish you could change?
I should have went in business for myself and from jump. I should have did that from jump. That's the only thing I wish I could change, that I would have did it sooner. Because I probably would have been further off than what I am now.
Well, I think everything happens when it's supposed to. That's how I feel.
Yeah, you're right.
You might not have been able to be the man that you are today if you went into business earlier. Yeah. You might not have been able to handle those irate customers if you hadn't got that corporate training experience.
Yeah, you're right about that too. It always gonna be good with the bad. So I mean, it happens. So I mean, but that's about the only thing that I wish I could change. That's it.
Being down in South Florida, do you feel like the market is way, way oversaturated?
Yeah. That's why I haven't built me a dome, because things too expensive.
Really?
Paint, everything. Everything is expensive for a dome. Everything. I screw it. I won't do it. Mm-mm. Paint 20.
If you come across one at a good price, will you build it?
Huh?
If you come across one at a good price, will you build it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite year dunk?
71.
Why 71?
71 and 75. I just like those cars for some reason. I don't know why.
Look at her. She talking about South where? He's located in Miami, right?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Oh, that's even closer to her. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, Preston, I have 5 questions.
Uh-oh.
And it's gonna be a choice. And so you just pick one. Boost doctor or cut the check?
Boost doctor.
Grand Nasty or Hollywood?
That's a tough one. If both make a clean pass, I like Grand Nasty.
Mm-hmm. Blue Magic or Two Fly?
Blue.
Playboy Jeezy or Turbo Joe?
Playboy.
And last but not least, Jarrell or CEO Larry?
CEO Larry.
Not Jarrell?
Jarrell my dog too now. Jarrell my homie too, man. Mm-hmm. But I'm keeping it real. By keeping it real.
He just got to get it right. Who do you think is the rookie of the year this year?
I got to give it to Jarrell, though. I got to give it to him.
I agree. Jarrell put a lot of time. He was sending me pictures the whole time he was building that car. And it killed me not to be able to say nothing. But he came out and he actually raced, and he will race. That's the thing. He don't got to go back and forth with you. He just want to race.
That's it. But he going to have something on his hands next year, though.
We got some breaking news?
Mm-hmm.
What Malibu?
Bella coming back.
Are you the driver?
Of course.
Preston, that's gonna be rough for me if you race Jarrell.
I'm gonna have to.
That's gonna be rough for me.
Have to. And we got the Red Regal coming too on Rams next year. The one that I be posting on my page, the Red Regal. Yeah, it gonna be on Rams next year too.
Preston, I gotta tell you, I really, really like your personality. I really like your attitude.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
I think great, not saying great things have not happened for you so far, but I think great things are going to happen for you because you are a pretty dope dude.
And I got patience.
You know what? Can I go ahead and put my bid in to get a job? Because I feel like you're going to be a millionaire. So let me just...
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Can I get a job? I'll move down there where you are. I'm in Atlanta now, but I'll move down there if you're going to, we can talk about my salary later.
But I don't know. I just wake up every day and do what I love. That's the best feeling ever right there. A lot of people can't say that they do what they love. They go to work and do what they love. They can't say that. Well,
I don't have any more questions. Is there anything else that you want us to know? I know you've been working all day. Is there anything else that you want us to know? It's your time to tell us what you want us to know.
I mean, I pretty much just spilled the beans about the cars that's coming next year.
Right.
One might be ready before this year over with, but ain't really nothing we really can do. But next year though, 2022, OSP we got some cars coming. Cars, trucks too. Yeah. We got a C10, a S10, my Mustang, the Malibu, the old Monte Carlo, the one I started, one I was fixing on way before, the Monte Carlo, another Regal. We got a whole bunch of cars, about 8 or 9 of them.
I think we kind of talked about this, but someone in the comments wants to know if you're single.
No.
Okay. So we'll leave that alone. He's not single. All right. So, Preston, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us. I see great things coming for you. Don't forget now. Don't act like you don't know who I am when I call you and be like, hey, do I need to see my resume? Can we talk about this 6-figure salary you about to pay me? I'm moving to Fort Lauderdale.
2022, and we gonna be messing around with paint and body too. I'm trying to out that dope.
Okay, so maybe I don't have to come in at 6 figures. Maybe I have to be your secretary or something. I'm gonna start off slow. 5 figures.
King Dread still here?
You say, is he still on here?
Yeah, King Dread. I'm trying to see what he talking about, because he got me lost. I can't. Oh, there we go. It's like I can go through the comments, but I can't go through them.
Well, we don't want you to mess up and hang up, so we're gonna let it go. And like I said, I appreciate you sitting down talking to us today.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you letting us see your face, because I felt like I was talking to a green screen.
Nah,
in the comments, see what I'm saying? People didn't say bad stuff about you. In the comments, all these people talking about how proud of you they are, all those things. I just think you're a super dope guy, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
It's gonna be nice. If everything goes as planned, they'll know about me.
No, they know about you now, trust me.
I gotta travel more. That's the thing about it. I gotta go to different tracks. I haven't been outside of Florida.
So that means in 2022 you traveling?
Traveling.
All right, so I'm gonna see you up here, huh?
Traveling, yep. I'm trying to make it to mostly all the events.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I take a car or not, I'm still just trying to see how everything go.
Right. Well, I appreciate you sitting down with us today. Yeah, I see great things in your future. So I just want to, like I said, this is all recorded. I already put my bid in for my job. So don't act like you don't know who I am. I'm going to call you and be like, hey, Preston, is it time for my job? Matter of fact, after we get off here, I'll just go ahead and send you my resume. That way, you can just go ahead and have it, okay?
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
No problem.
All right.
All right.